What's up, guys? My name is Ray, and I will be doing the theory lessons for the Gearport. And I wanted to start easy, and we'll be getting into it. I'm still working on the curriculum, but hopefully we'll do 2 or 3 of these a week and really try to get everybody going theory-wise, because I know to some of y'all this stuff will be kind of refresher, but to some people that don't know theory, hopefully this is really helpful to you guys. So let's jump in. I'm going to be working on the major scale today, and major scale, 7 notes, 1 octave, and we're going to be starting on C. Now, just to get some lingo down, when I say root, I mean that's our starting point. That's where we're going to be starting from. So if we're going to play C major scale, our root would be C. If we're going to play an A major scale, it'd be A. D would be D, and so forth. When I say the dominant, I mean the 5th scale degree. And when I say scale degree, I mean that there's 7 with an octave, so C would be the first one, the 2nd scale degree would be D, 3rd scale degree E, so on and so forth. So if we did it in order, it'd be C, D, E, F, G. G would be our dominant because it's the 5th, so dominant means 5. And the leading tone is the 7th, alright? So if we go C, D, E, F, G, A, B, B would be our 7th. Alright, and that would be the leading tone. Sound good? Sounds good. Alright, now there's a formula for the major scale that I want to talk about for a moment. It consists of whole step and half steps. Now, if you don't know what a whole step is, it's really simple. Just think of a whole step as in there's space between the 2 notes. Now, if you don't know your fretboard, take a minute, maybe a week, and learn your fretboard, because it's just going to make things a lot more easy. So, C to D, you have a whole step. Now, between C and C sharp or C and D flat, that's just going to be a half step. So there are 2 naturally occurring half steps in music, E to F and B to C. Alright, so between E and F there's never going to be anything in between there, and between B and C there's never going to be anything between there. So those are just naturally occurring, so don't let them confuse you. Let's do a C major scale. Now, the formula is going to be whole step, half step. Whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. Alright, so let's take it real slow. Let's figure this out together. Now, if we have a C, and we need a whole step from C, what we're going to do is we're going to go up to D. Alright, and a whole step from D would be E, and a half step from E would be F. A whole step from F would be G, a whole step from G would be A, a whole step from A would be B, and a half step from B would be C. Alright, so here what we have is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Real simple stuff. Now, there's 2 ways of playing this. I showed you the way. Now, you can also start with the 2nd finger and go C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And I'm starting on the 5th string. Let me just do the 6th string real quick. That way we're all on the same page as far as these 2 patterns go. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now we can start with our 2nd finger. Hope you can see my fingers. If not, it's real simple. You just got C, D on the 10th fret, E on the 7th, F on the 8th, G on the 10th, sorry, A on the 7th, B on the 9th, and C on the 10th. Now there are our octaves. Alright, down here, those are our octaves. Okay, real simply put. Now, I'm going to show you the C major scale up 2 octaves, because it's always good to have 2 octaves under your belt. And then we're going to talk about extending that range as well, because what happens is that if you know as guitar players, we tend to be a little bit lazy because we have frets. Alright, so most people are like, okay, I know my C major scale. Oh, G, you need a G? That's cool, that's the root right here. A. Now you see the problem is that we don't know our notes. Now, it's going to be very important later on. It's going to be very important just in your musical life to learn the notes that go into each scale. Now, I start with C because there's no sharps and no flats, but with that, please just when you figure out a new scale, write it down, write it 50 times, and you'll be able to figure out. And what it's going to do is going to open you up, all right, to more ideas, different starting places, and it's just going to overall help your guitar playing. All right, so back to this. Let's talk about 2 octaves. All right, so we have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now we're going to start from here. This is our root again. We're going to go C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. All right, now that's a 2 octave C major scale. So now play it real slow. Now, work on getting some really good sounds out of your scales. So don't just try to go like super fast and just flurry them all together. Really try. Get a really clear bell-like sound from all your notes, because that's going to help out too. If you're just sloppy, it just translates. All right. So from that C, what I want you to do is I want you to keep on going. D, E, F, and you can even go up to G if you want. Now what that's going to do is it's going to extend your range, and when I say extend your range, it means that if I am playing in a song that's in the key of C and I want to start soloing, well, my idea is, you know what I mean? Like, it's going to sound a little bit scalar because I'm playing a scale, of course. So to extend your ideas and extend your range, what you want to do is you want to use the entire fretboard across and even, you know, up and down the neck to play these scales. So if I'm playing the C and I'm going to be practicing it, you want to play the whole thing 2 octaves up and then extend it a little bit more, as much as you can. Alright, same thing down here. If you're playing C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and you're going up to D, E, F, G, A, B, if you're not be doing that, extend it down. Go down to the G, B, A, G, A, B, C. So, and same formula, same idea with this. It's going to get you flexible, it's going to get you limber, and it's going to get you to not really be afraid of moving around the neck. Alright, I think that's it for right now. I think if we just try to get that under our fingers for the next couple of days, then I'll go on to the minor scale, and then I'll go on to the relative minor, relative major, how to figure those out, and then we'll eventually get around to maybe next week or the week after into application and how to use these scales and figure them out. But for right now, let's do this. Let's do our major scales in the key of C, in the key of G, in the key of D, in the key of A, key of E, and the key of B. If you can learn all 12, totally cool. That's awesome if you can do all 12. But those are kind of the keys that a lot of worship songs are in. So you need to have those down on lock, like just real fast, real furious. And I'm just going to give you a little hint to get your guitar going, your solo ideas going. If you're finding yourself in a rut, and like I said, your ideas are just getting a little stale because you're playing, you know, a lot of scalar patterns. What I do is I try to move away from the very common places of playing scales. So obviously our common places are here and here and here. And what I want to try to do is I'm going to try to force myself out of that and play like in a position that's not anywhere near those things, so that I force my mind to start thinking about what I'm actually playing, and so that I force my fingers to not get in those ruts. Because no matter what you do, if you're playing a scalar pattern, it's going to sound that way. It's going to translate that way. So think about starting in a place that just doesn't make sense. Like start on the 17th fret and play the C major scale. and that sounds a little pentatonic because I'm around the E minor pentatonic, but I'm actually playing in the key of C, and in certain situations it's going to translate a lot better than playing these really scalar. You know what I mean? And throw some bends in there. One thing I like to do also is to take the half steps and accent the half steps a lot. And just do things that are just think of different ways to do things. Like stay in the key, and we'll talk about getting outside of the key later on. But stay in the key, but just try to push yourself to start in places that don't really make sense to do. You know what I'm saying? And hope these lessons help. If you have a specific topic that you want covered, I'll try my best to cover it, and hopefully we'll be growing as we do this together. And yeah, it'd be awesome. Check out the links on the bottom if you want to, and I appreciate y'all's time. See you soon.